Okay, so we're back again. Did the assault refreshed, so let's go take a look at what's going on. So the new lady's here. I find this lady, and she's not here this time, but the boss for Yexing Wang, I forgot her name, was Creator. She's really annoying too. They're not bad. It's just like I like the change of pace, but I don't know. It's just frustrating that like it is probably because I'm a scrub. I use a lot of invincibility frames on attacks and stuff, and the fact that they just ignore that kind of annoys you. But it's not terrible. Um, so probably just bringing in. Let's see, power on. So yeah, this is just gonna be Sammy Nicole, Sammy Trigger Nicole. Obviously probably just Yishuan here. Aether. Maybe I should do Yishuan here. Actually, let's go. Okay, this is kind of interesting. So maybe what I should do is I should do this one with Yexing Wang. I'm pretty sure I can do this one with Sanby, and then maybe just save Yishuan here for here. It's good for anomaly. I'll probably just bring. Let's see, when Discord and solos attack, crit damage. So we can't bring crit damage into this. I mean you can, but you know it's not a good idea. I'm sure I could still do decent if I brought Yishuan into that. But I think I'm just gonna bring Jane Doe with Vivian into this, which means that Samby's here. It wouldn't be a very good idea to try to force Yexing Wang here, but I might be able to force Yexing Wang here. This gives you crit damage, I think. Oh, sheer damage, so it's just not good either way. I think what we'll try. You know what? Since we're not using Yexing Wang, I guess we'll do it like this, right? So I'm gonna go here. Agent, anomaly, electrical and physical, crit chance, Aether Veil, increase more. So because Aether Veil is useful here, we're gonna do. Where is she? Samby, Trigger. It's right here.
I've got you covered.
And Sunna. So
So
Sunna's not terrible. For like Sunna's main purpose is to be here for Yexing Wang, but she's also not terrible with Sanby. Now, I do want to try this out because okay, so this is a. Let's go take a look at the builds real quick. This is the build. Not too bad, not terrible, but you know. So this is a 2 cost right here because it's Sanby plus her weapon. Trigger has a Mindscape, so it's 2 for Trigger and then 1 weapon for her. So that's already a 5 cost team. With her as a 6 cost team. I want to see how this 6 cost team compares to a Yexing Wang team because Yexing Wang is her with her. She would be in this position. She has her weapon, so that's 2 cost. Zhao doesn't count because I got her for free. And then, I mean, you guys can correct me on that. Every time I see people doing the, calculating the cost for the team, you don't count units you get for free, even if it's like, because Zhao is technically not a standard banner unit, but we did get her for free. So I don't know whether to counter her or not. I would personally count her, but like I said, because she's free, I kind of, I want to do common practice, right? So anyway, but yeah, so if we're counting Yexing Wang with her weapon, that's a 2 cost. Zhao doesn't count. And then Sunna counts. That's a 3 cost team. I want to see how that 3 cost team compares to this like 6 cost team, right? So for anybody who wants to see the build, her basic attacks, I think scale with like the little cat that she throws out there who marks people. Plus this also has a bunch of stuff. And then her ultimate just for the sake of doing it, and why not? Obviously this is her stuff. This is her gear. I went full energy on her. Because it's more important to get Aether Veils up than it is to get the maximum out of her buff. Like, her buff is good, but I'm off by 300 attack, which I can get, just better rolls and substats, so I'll go with that later. But that's kind of where that is now. So that's what we're doing with that. So I might do this twice. I might do this here with this team and then clear it and then try to do it with the Yexing Wang team. But the reason I like the Sanby Trigger team on this one is because it feels like them two together are more adapted to the way this one fights. something about this boss and this boss's mechanics is it just feels more awkward for me to use Yeshing Wong here. But I still, like I said, I want to see how they turn out. Yeah, so let's just get in there.
The sacred path must not be profaned! Save your ether vision, activate. Increase firepower.
One of the funny things about Sunna, so the way I'm assuming, as I'm talking, I get distracted. But the way I'm assuming her ability works, let's see here. The way I'm assuming her ability works is that those little cats up there under her bar are like the cat will attack when those, you know, when you hit them 3 times or whatever. We don't have Aether Veil up, sadly. It's like hard to talk, but I'm trying to like. I don't have to be super precise. I can just be like more casual because this is the first run. And like I said, I'm gonna hit 20,000 regardless. But anyway, the point being is that those little cats up there, the more you hit the enemy, the more you burn through those, so they'll pop damage instances or whatever. But Sanby, like when using Yeshing Wong, it's like she can kind of keep up with those little cats for a while. Oh wow, actually thunder right out of it. Those cats run out the more you hit them, and when I'm using Sanby, like I cannot keep up with Sanby's strikes. Like I'm constantly running out. Well, if I'm using Yeshing Wong, I don't know if my stun windows is like all like forces keep talking.
Obsidian division, assemble!
But yeah, when you're using Yeshing Wong, they're like you don't run out as much. Is the point? It's easier to maintain them uptime on those. When I'm using Sanby, like she almost never has them. I'm also like not being efficient with swapping into her to make sure her skills are up all the time. But the point being is just, you know, it's hard to keep it maintained with Sandy. He just hits a lot. This probably isn't much like better in terms of damage, like getting the double chain here, but may as well, right? I think last time I'm gonna take a look look at the the rankings to see how much I did last time. But usually when I do this first runs, the final score isn't always that much bigger. I mean, here I might be able to get another like 2,000 out of it. As we can see here, her damage wasn't that great, but there's some damage. Again, Trigger's damage is kind of minimal, even though like I'm dumping as much crit damage as I can into her, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's that. Actually, how do the days distribute? Obviously, she did the most, and because Sanby's on field most of the time, she does a lot of days as well. But yeah, I probably could have kept better uptime on the Aether Veil there. It's hard for me to tell like exactly how the HP scaling is going. So we're talking about the Defiler. The Defiler. Last time I got 41 using Zhao. I would imagine Sunna is slightly better than Zhao, just because they both give 1,000 attack buff, but Sunna has that her extra instances of damage from her little cat, as well as she can wear the what's it called? I forgot what it's called. The stupid the Kaboom the cannon and the Moonlight Lullaby set. And I think she has better uptime on her Aether Veil than Zhao did, so that's interesting. Let's go back. The Defiler, I'm usually around 40. So let's see. The Defiler again. When was the last time we saw this character? Oh, it doesn't. We can't go back that far. But around 40 is what I'm usually hitting with the Defiler. Let's try it again. With Zhao. I don't think Zhao's gonna again. The reason I like Sunna a little better for this team is that let's go here. Did I not have that buff up last time? I should have. But anyway, the reason I like Sunna here a little more is because first of all, it's physical weak and it's not ice resistant. And then not only that, but I should go change this. She's wearing this. She should be wearing this. So if anybody wants to see the Zhao build.
I'm here, all set and ready to go.
25-7. These are her skills, and then this is the set that she's on. Just want crit chance and HP.
I'm here. Need a hand?
Let's go in there. The 3-minute run, so theoretically shouldn't take that long as I don't talk too much. But I kind of have a propensity to talk way too much. Yeah, we'll try this, and then we'll try Yeshing Wang, and we'll see how she does.
The faithless are a blight upon this world.
Ether vision activate.
Ah, I messed up. I didn't mean to do that. That was a waste of a chain attack, but whatever.
Time to end this. I'm on it. Let's go.
It doesn't really matter. See if I can stun her.
Reach its mark.
See if I can stun her with the ult. The ult doesn't have that much days, but my gosh. There's nothing necessarily advantageous about getting this stun at this point here because it's not like you don't have enough resources built up enough to like capitalize on it, so it's kind of a waste of a stun. But it's not that bad.
Fire! Forge the path I tread!
Oh, I wasted an Aether Veil.
Listen carefully. The top sink! To defy is blasphemy! Obsidian Division, assemble!
Down strategy. My bullets
This shit's
are
fine.
one with the wind.
Chain canceling with Sanby, I've been told, isn't super beneficial, so you probably don't want to be doing it, but I don't really know enough to say one way or the other, so just to be safe, I usually just change that.
Wait on cue.
That didn't go nearly as well as I would have liked it to. Our last score was what, 35-ish almost? 32. So obviously Sunna did a lot better. I feel like I was concentrating more while I was doing this one, so for sure Sunna's a lot better. And again, a lot of it is probably just the HP scaling. It's hard to tell exactly always, right? Because sometimes it is the HP scaling that's like getting bigger, and also the other thing is sometimes the buffs are just better, you know? Like right now this buff might not be necessarily that good for her. Basic attack, chain attack, ultimate hits an enemy, crit damage increased by 30%, Aether Veil 10% attack plus 15 defense ignore, and 20%. So the other one, I think one of the buffs, not necessarily last time, but one of the buffs here is that you end up getting a lot of EX special damage, and that's where most of Sanby's damage comes from, is EX specials. So we're just going to try using her just real quick. So we're going to do, here's the builds.
Maybe
This isn't the final build, I'm just testing something out here. So just kind of ignore this. But it's still not too bad. I'd like more attack. The reason, so I dropped some attack to try to get more crit damage, just because she gives out attack and she gives out attack. So we're getting like 2,000 attack, plus that's not even mentioning this weapon, right? So I'm going to drop this to this. This weapon, I've mentioned this in a previous video, but if you're using Zhao, I would recommend trying this weapon out. If you can afford the health, because I forgot what the other weapon is. Ideally, you want HP in the substat here so that you can hit her 2,800 or 2,700. What is this here? You can hit the 27,000 HP requirement to get maximum out of her buff. But because I'm already so close, I'm at 25 whatever. If you when you calculate this out, I'm getting 30. The maximum amount of buff you get out of this is 40%. I'm getting 35% of this buff, so it doesn't bother me too much to miss that little bit extra. Obviously, I'm gonna keep grinding pieces out, but if you want to look at the gear specifically, like some of these are already really good. Like it's gonna be hard to find another one of these. Like I'd have to have a flat HP there, like +3 rolls here, plus crit damage. You know what I mean? Plus HP, crit damage, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be hard to replace some of these pieces, so it'll just take time. 2 HP. Like this one could easily be replaced if I had another flat pen or flat HP and I just got a bunch of HP rolls. So it's not that hard, but just for now, I'm not really going to be too concerned with it. So the point being is that, like I said, if you have this weapon, I recommend trying it out because this increases her EX special damage attack, which is like the main thing you do. You swap into her, you do her EX special, and then it triggers the quick assist, and you just swap off of her, and she completes her EX special off field, and that ends up doing quite a bit of damage. And then on top of that, she gets a bunch of extra energy, which means that she can do more EX specials, right? Which in turn, right, means more Aether Veils, because your EX special builds up her little meter, and the little meter, whenever it gets full, triggers the Aether Veil, right? So it's just generally helpful. Is it going to be better than this weapon? I don't know. I've tried both of them on Zhao, and it doesn't seem to be, like, the difference is almost negligible. The one thing is that, like, not the one thing, but, like, one of the things is that, like, this one gives her impact, right? And it also gives her days. Like, the whole team gets days. When you're using Zhao, specifically when you're using Zhao with Yexing Wang, who, like, that's her main purpose on my account, is I'm just going to kind of glue Zhao to Yexing Wang. The days and the impact aren't super useful because you really don't want to stun bosses unless the boss has some kind of, like, oh, you benefit from stunning them. But you don't really want to stun them, not because there's anything wrong with stunning them, it's just there's no point to stunning them. Like, I would rather have, instead of having 18% impact, I'd rather have 25% attack. Because in game, right now she has 41 crit chance, but in game, because of the crit chance she gets from health, whatever, calculated out in the game, it's like a +38 or +39 or something like that. So she almost has 80% crit chance, plus a bunch of crit damage and a bunch of attack, because her skills still do scale off of attack. Let's see if I can. Well, it doesn't say HP scaling, but they scale off of attack, right? The HP, the reason you want a bunch of HP is for the crit chance. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of the main point of that. Is just like I said, give this weapon a try. I'd recommend it if you want it like a free to play alternative. I think it's pretty good. Obviously, if you have her weapon, if you pulled for her weapon, then that's going to be even better. I don't remember exactly what it does. I think it gives her more energy plus a team-wide 30% crit damage buff, which is not bad. It's just, whatever. It's fine. It's not enough for me to have wanted to pull it. Like I said, I already had this, Tusks of Fury, and that's not bad. It's just she can't make use of a lot of the specific things it has in there, so I've taken to keeping her on this, and like I said, I've done runs with this weapon and with the Tusks of Fury, and the results are pretty much the same, so I don't know. Sometimes this one even seems to outperform, because, again, I do think that Zhao does a decent amount of damage. She doesn't do great, it's not great or anything, but she does a decent amount of damage. And that's the team. We're missing a little bit of crit chance on Yexing Wang, but that's fine. I don't know how pen ratio... The problem with pen ratio is that the buff gives us defense shred, which, again, there's nothing wrong with mixing defense shred with pen ratio, but you're just being kind of inefficient at that point.
Must not be profaned.
Her basic attack combo is so irritating. This is one of the things that's irritating about using Yexing Wang against Defiler, is that, like, Defiler requires you to be blocking and parrying attacks constantly to get the max buffs, and it's just not really, like, it's not useful, because Yexing Wang doesn't care. And then things like this happen. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, like I said, she has so many, like, if you could ignore the parries and not have to do them, you'd be fine. But the fact that, like, you're losing a lot of buffs because you're not parrying really saps Yexing Wang's, like, damage potential, because you have to do those to get that damage bonus, right? So anyway. So basically you're just meandering. I could be in ult state, but now I have to sit here and parry. And then the boss sometimes, like, the boss will just decide when she wants to do yellow flashes and when she doesn't, right?
The line is drawn.
Fire! Forge the path I tread!
Oh, I messed up. I threw the ult for no reason. Doesn't matter. Zhao's ult. It doesn't matter when you do Zhao's ult. Zhao's ult is always for no reason.
Destiny! Annihilation!
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, dude. I'm telling you, like, this, and it's probably partially it's because I have the run so optimized with Sanby and Nicole. If I have more time, we'll see how much time I have. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do this run and we'll see how this goes. But if I had more time, I would probably just go back in here and try to do it with Nicole, with Sanby and Nicole, and then see how that goes. this. You see, like,
Evil retreats.
awesome.
Stand down. Let this sword array send you away.
There's just, I'm telling you, there's just no, like, I'm sure there is, like, an optimal way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's, like, oh, this boss is just bad or whatever. No, nothing like that. There's optimal ways to do it. It's just, I don't know them, and I don't feel like learning them. You know what I mean? I'm not here to, like, memorize some, like, complicated string of, like, if you do this just right, you know.
Rising tide of destiny. Annihilation.
No! Oh my gosh, dude. I can't. I'm telling you, there's just never a good time to, like, swap over into her old state. I guess I could just, like, send it. I don't know. That's just. This boss is really awkward to fight with Yeshing Wong.
The faithless are a blight upon this world.
Come on, give me the swap.
Stand down.
And then she just stands here like an idiot. What was that? Okay, I get it. See, look, she's just standing here. She should be throwing yellow flashes out so I can hit them, but she just stands there.
Don't push yourself, Miss
I'm
Jones.
freaking sitting out here.
Let's keep this advantage. I can hear the melody. I'll be fine.
Yeah, this boss is like just rage baits me so hard. Trying to do it pushing wrong.
Are you okay? You can leave the fight.
Their poison is my grace. Listen carefully. The tide of fate. Annihilation.
Survive this time.
Evil retreats.
I'm gonna alter to get the quick assist and then we then this happens. You see, the thing is, Yeshun Wong just needs like uninterrupted damage, and she just constantly has these phases where she doesn't do it.
Leave it to me. Necessary for his follow-up attack. You're a fraud. Opening for you. The doors of music. Frozen spirits. Countless swords in harmony. The Qingming's might. Rends the heavens.
Yeah, it's just awkward. I mean, I could, like I said, I'll have to look up like a guide to like, oh, this is how you fight her, but it's just she's not conducive to Defiler's like play style or whatever you want to call it. 34. We didn't even get the full thing. I forgot. What's the performance points? Yeah, she has that phase where she flies off and she throws like a wave. She'll slash her sword and it shoots the sword slash at you. She skipped that phase because I was too fast or whatever. So anyway, we still at the point. One of the things that, like I said, the main point of this was to see cost. So when we're talking about the Sanby team, it was Sanby plus her weapon, Trigger plus her Mindscape plus her weapon, then Sunna. That's a 6 cost team. Versus this, which is Yexing Wang, her weapon, and Sunna's weapon. So that's just a 3 cost team. So for half the cost, we still got 30. We still beat the other score because the other score was like 34 or whatever. I don't remember exactly how much. Was I running her with the? Yeah, I was running with this. So anyway, the point being is that yeah, for half the cost, we got about the same score. So that just goes to show you how strong Yexing Wang is. Even with like, let's say we counted Zhao. So let's put the cost up to 4. So even with a -2 cost, we still outperformed that team. And again, and that's with including the fact that we didn't keep those buffs up because Yexing Wang has a hard time keeping them up. So watch, let's where is it? So this is what I'm talking about here. For each stack of adjudication, which is what you get when you block, which stacks up to 6 times, I think. Yeah, up to 6 times. And this one actually, you'll see it up here in the health bar. It's a little counter. It goes from 1 to 6 or whatever. Let's see. You get 5% crit damage, 5% physical damage, and 5% electrical damage. So even without these stacks constantly maxed out, because Yexing Wang just like have a hard time figuring out where to do it, she still outperformed Sanby with a 6 cost, right? So that's just, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's it. That's the first one. The next one, I guess I'm gonna go do. I don't know. I might do this one just because I feel like doing whatever. But yeah. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.